Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys, come fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys, come fishing again.
Yeah, it's that time again to drop a line. So sit back and relax and let's go fishing again. Come along as we join John Shaw and today's special guest. Reel 'em in on Fishing with the Good Old Boys. Good fishing.
Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys, come fishing again. Just drop a line and reel 'em in. It's good old boys, come fishing again. It's good old boys, come fishing again.
Okay, we're throwing that crank right on the edge of this shoreline here because it doesn't look like the water is very deep, which is only about 5 or 6 foot. But that's where the fish are spawning in that area. And you drag out by that nest and they'll generally grab it. But what we want to do is just, if you know they're in that area and you just keep casting by them, and a lot of times they'll just clobber that thing. They'll just get mad at it. They'll really hit it, like that little one right there. It's just a little small one. They're on that shoreline right against there. These are probably little males because those bigger females in there. See, he smacked at that thing and just missed it. So the fish are not near as active as they have been. If you'll notice over in the background, I think you'll see the old cows. It's laying down, and I kind of go by that. If those old cows ain't up moving around, we don't seem to catch as many fish. So some of these fish we're catching are mainly small fish and mostly the more active fish, and the little bigger fish I don't think is as active right now. Give them about another hour, I hope, and we catch a few of them. But when them old cows are laying down like that, why, I don't get too excited about the fish biting either. This is a good spawning area for the bass right in here. They got deep enough water to spawn in, there's enough gravel. Well, there's a little one right there. Oh man, they are jumping today. Hold on a second, I'll just lift him right here. Boy, we barely got him hooked. We pull him around right here, right in real easy. Boy, them fish are, I want you to look how fat them fish are. Get that hook out. Look at the belly on them things. That's probably a little male there. That was a little female we turned loose earlier. See how chunky them fish are, and they're in excellent shape. Let's turn that back in, don't hold him out of there too long. As people that are watching wonder why we're not fishing back in the back of those little cuts and coves right there. Well, the water in there is about 6 inches deep and we can't get in there, but the fish have been laying right on the outside of it and not back in them. Now the longer, deeper coves, which we'll fish some later on today, why they're holding some fish for there's a little deeper water in the back. But those right in there, there's a little fish right there, see? Oh man, I told you them things, when they get on, they're hot. Oh. They just don't like to be caught, I guess. It's hold on there, fish. I'm using only 8-pound test line. He ate that lure, look at there. Let me get down here. We'll see if we can get him in here. Turn that fish loose, that's probably a female. There where she, look at the rub marks on her. Get down here, don't jump in. Get my hand in there and get my hand in them hooks. There we go. Talking about rub marks. See these right here? See the fin right here. And the red, they've been rubbing on that bottom. They've been working those nests over. Boy, she ate that lure too. See if we can get that out of there without hurting her. There we go. That's a pretty nice bass right there. Need about 10 of them in the tournament. Let's let her go back and I'll keep her out of the water because that's a female there. See if we can catch another one. I'm kind of paralleling the shoreline here now, and that way I can cover a little more of it. With that, not saying you wouldn't want to cast in the shoreline. Let me explain something. A lot of people think you got to cast a mile, which John is good at it. Talking about John Shaw, that is. And but it isn't necessarily the long cast that catches that Mr. Bass. It's or any fish. It's putting that lure in the right place and presenting it to him. It doesn't necessarily have to be long. When you make a cast, make it count. Just because there's open water there, figure out what that lure is doing under the water. Just because it's open water, just don't cast because the water's there. Try to read your shoreline. If you think there's a mud bank or a rock bank, kind of like we're fishing now, or a few stick-ups in there, then try to present the lure and put it right on shore, like it's coming right off of that shoreline. We're about to come to the Rose End up here for his fishing, because you get a little further out and that water's only going to be about 4 foot deep, and all it's going to do is be silt and mud. Okay, there's a little one right there. That's a nice fish. And just get him in. Could be a catfish too. No, that pulled more like a bass then. Stand down though like a catfish. Get out of my boat. Stay out from underneath the boat. That's a pretty nice bass. Come here, fish. Come here, fish. Look at there. He wore out, ain't even gonna jump. Just hold on there. And why couldn't I caught that in that tournament the other day, huh? Come here, fish. Come here. Just don't you flop when I start taking you out and stick them hooks in me. Hold on that just a minute. And you eat that thing good. That's a pretty nice bass right there. You go a little bit 3, a little better. The mouth on that thing. One of them bigger females. We're gonna put her back in the water. Maybe we can catch some more like her here in a little bit. When you can catch them like that, it makes the day worthwhile. We've been fishing this crankbait here a little bit this morning here at San Carlos, and we just want to show you the basic colors that we've been using on it, which this is a little small shad wrap. I believe this is number 5, which we got a lot of goldfish in this lake. We caught some fish on it a while ago, but earlier we would give you another example. Is a real popular bait, and this is a little honeybee, not the killer bee. It's a little diving honeybee, and it's bagless. And I've always liked that chartreuse and a black back, which the water here is pretty murky, and this will show up very plain in the murky water. Now the sun's out a little brighter now and up, so that's one reason I switched to the crawdad here. Or another one is the old crawdad bagley. Now there's another one, it's a little crawdad and chartreuse on it, but just plain old crawdad, kind of like I've got right here. And those are basic colors you need in this murky water. And we're going to fish a little further down this shoreline here and see if we can come up with a fish. Before we start here, cranking these baits, you want them right against the shore. The water's fairly shallow, in 5 to 10 foot of water, and most of the fish are right on the bank. And you just crank along the boulders and the edge of the rocks you see here. There's a lot of bait fish in the water, a lot of shad in here. And we're going to fish right along the edge of the shoreline, and do not crank this very hard, because if you do, the smaller baits will turn over and over. You don't get the action you need at them. So just give it a medium crank, kind of bump the bottom along. If the fish hits it and miss it, just kind of pull it a little bit and stop it. And start to crank again. A lot of times he thinks he's hurt it, he'll turn around and come back and pick it up. Like I said, on the shallower water, don't crank it very hard, and you don't need a big, deep running crankbait. We may try a deeper runner later on some other structure, but right now we're gonna try the smaller stuff right along this shoreline, see if we can catch Mr. Bass out of there. There'd be one right in the edge of that right there. There he is. Just a small fish, though. Man, he's jumping every place. Little booger about a pound, might go a pound. He was right off the edge of that break out there. If you won't jump till I can get you in the boat, we'll just turn you back. Man, that's a real active fish there. There might be another little one out there. Let me get him off of here. We'll try it before we go here. That fish wasn't about a foot of water. And I got a bug in my eye, but I guess that's all right. As long as it don't bother me catching fish. See a lot of bait fish down there, and I don't know what we got here. I know what it is. We got us a catfish, right? Right there, in that mess of shad we can see on that LCR there. I bet you see how the rod's shaking there? If it's a bass, it'd be more a steady pull. That's what it is. Let me get him over here where I can get him. Don't lose that lure. Come here, fish. Come here. Well, look at all that slime he got on that line. I want to make sure I get him, not my hook. He don't get me. Come here. I don't know what line. Just lift him in. Boy, he ate that thing too. Look at that slime all over that line. What these fish do, these catfish, they'll move up in that shallow water to eat the eggs of the bass and carp or anything else, but they also move up in there to spawn themselves. And this time of year, well, it's pretty common to catch quite a few catfish. And then later on in the year, you don't catch as many unless you're fishing a little deeper and out. San Carlos is sure known for its channel cat. Turn around here and get a better hold on him. I didn't bring no pliers with me this trip. So we'll just have to work it out of there the best we can. A lot of people get up here and they'll hook something that says it broke their line and run off with it and everything else. And most of the time, a lot of times, well, it's these big old whiskers. Because they catch state record flatheads out of here, as a matter of fact, it weighs 65 pounds, so you know there's some pretty good size fish in here if his ancestors are here. It'll be pretty good with some hush puppies, but I think we're gonna let him go today. Turn him back in here. He don't even know he's loose. He's still trying to swim along the side of the boat. Check her line here and get all that slime off of it. Yeah, we're still okay. Yeah, we'll try that again. Maybe this time we can catch a bass. Down the side of that, there ought to be one right in there. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, I figured it'd be on these points out here because, well, it really ain't a point. It's just kind of a flat, comes out and drops off a little bit like we've been fishing most of the day. Where you at, fish? There you are. Come back here too. Ooh, get out of that trolling motor. Get out of that trolling motor. Nice. See, they just slapping at that. They don't really have them really good in their mouth. Bring it back around there a little bit and see if I can lift him up. He's pretty small. I think what they're doing, they just, whether they're hungry or not, I think they just slapping at that thing. This fish has been hooked before. Been turned back, hook mark in him. Tell you one thing, didn't shad, I can see that. Put him back in there. Let him go swimming again. Get over here and make a little cast right around this bush over here. Throw right over on that point. Maybe we can break a little one off of there and there. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you one thing. Oh, look at that. Look at that little sucker jump, I'll tell you. Come on, one more time. No, he ain't gonna do it. You got him caught in the gill, so he probably won't jump anymore, of course. Let me ease him in here and get that out of there. It won't hurt him. There we go. Man, there must be tons of fish that size in here. Yep. Pull that one out there. Boy, you got hooked good, fish. He's right out there on that point. Hooked a real good fish. I think it was a catfish. And he got off there, and then we threw right back in there. And got that smaller fish there. It's kind of skinny. He might have done spawned out. Well, swing it back around over there and see if there's one more over there. Before I do that, I'll cast through that shallow water right there. Well, I tell you what, you never would know a few years ago, or a lot of years ago, that there was a railroad running right down through here. It's kind of hard to believe, ain't it? The fish are in such shallow water, using those smaller baits, and that's what we've been catching them on. Little fish on there. I didn't think water was too shallow in there to hook one, but there was still a fish in there. Just hanging right around the edge of that point there. Come on in there, fish. Look how they eating that thing. Now that, see, he hit that thing and he hit it really hard. Get it in there just a little bit. It's a little better fish right there. Hook out of there. That ate it pretty good right there. Just a little sharp break right out there, and they seem to be the only spot. That's 3 fish we caught off that little spot right there. What it is, it comes out and then it comes into a sandy area, and it's a good place for them to waylay to ambush their fish, their bait fish that they're feeding on. And we know there's a lot of shad in there. And there's another one in there too. Just stay there, fishy, don't come up on me. They're all just stacked right in there on that one little old point. That's the first one of them we found like that today. That's a pretty nice fish. Just stay on there, let them get you in a boat. You like to do it on Bassmaster, just hoist them right out of that water, except they got 20-pound test line, we got 8. Man, that fish, it really got some color to him there. Look like a spotted bass, and early he's got so much color. Now look how fat that nut is, long and skinny, and there's got a lot more fish on it. A lot more spots.
Floyd, I see you got your yellow jackets out. Why don't you tell the folks what we're going to do today?
Okay, well, this is kind of a yellow jacket weather. You can see it's sprinkling rain, a little windy, and it's cloudy, and the fish have kind of moved into the shallows, John. And today we'll probably mainly use the black with a chartreuse blade because the water's a little discolored. It's clearing up from what it has been. Some people like the fluorescent orange or maybe the white. My personal one, I like the black gold and the red and yellow with a silver blade, but today, like I said, being a darker day, and the chartreuse work real good generally on those days. And you got to remember one thing: we got to crank them pretty slow, so don't get no hurry today, okay?
Floyd, why don't you tell the folks at home about the yellow jacket? Show them how you let it about 12 inches off to tip of the rod.
I cast anywhere from 6 to 12 inches. Just give it a little quick flip like that. Generally, I'll take the slack up, let it sink to the bottom. Right there's the bottom, then I'll just give a quick little turn and just not a steady retrieve. Just pull it back, let it sink a little bit. Just kind of bounce, especially this time of year. In the summertime, you can be a little more active on it. But this time of year, just kind of slow her down, work it slow. And right now, it's not a big jerk on it. It's not a big jerk on the lure. They just kind of grab it and come and with you, and it'll feel like it's in the moss. And when it does, just crank it. So he'll be there.
Floyd, there's your old buddy up there, Chief Apache.
Yeah, that thing is amazing to me because a lot of people just don't, in Arizona, they don't know it's here, nobody's ever showed them. And I think that's where Apache Lake got its name from that, because if you can look at the high point there, you can see it's, see the nose, and to the left his eyebrow, and then his headdress on down the mountain there. We can't see it real good from right here. Then you can see to the right, you can see his mouth, his chin, and
good old Chief Apache.
Yep. I think that's where Apache got his name. I'm not for sure. So
sounds good to me, even if it didn't. That sounds like about the best, Chief Apache up there.
That's what I'd have named him after.
I tell you, this wind, Chief Apache, let's get this wind down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been a tough day. We're catching a few fish here and there, but this wind is like murder.
Doing a rain dance, there's a little fish.
You got him. We got him right here. Here we go.
Oh, man.
Here we go. You need the net,
climb on that thing.
Whoa. Come on up there, Mikey.
I want to get off there. I don't want to mess it up.
Okay. Good stuff, Floyd. Whoa, look at him jump, Mikey.
I can tell about smallmouth or largemouth.
All right, Floyd.
I just want to pull us off of that area because we might come back and catch another one on that.
Okay. I'm going to run the trolling motor or what?
Yeah, I got him.
Not yet, mine. No. Whoa, come around this side. Here he's coming. He's coming. Where is he?
I don't know where he's at, but he's hot. I'll tell you that.
He's a hot fish. He's a hot fish. Come on.
Dragging her real slow.
Whoa! Under the boy. He's a nice fish. Come on. Come on.
Let me get that boat out.
He's a nice fish. He ain't coming up yet. He's not coming up yet.
And bigger fish sometime won't come up.
Nice job, Floyd.
Bigger fish sometime won't come up.
Don't turn us around or else we'll get into that wind on them mic.
Okay, I'll keep us.
Whoa, man, is he in it?
I ain't even seen him. I didn't see him.
I know, I ain't seen him either,
come out of the water at one time.
Here he is. Whoop,
I believe is that largemouth?
No, he looks small.
Yeah, no, that's smallmouth. That's largemouth.
There he is. Whoop, here he comes.
That's largemouth.
Largemouth. Here he is, right here.
There
he is. Ooh, he's
bringing
him
back.
Bringing him back. Here he comes.
Barely got him.
Oh, not yet.
There you are.
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Right there.
All right, Floyd. Okay, that yellow jacket gets largemouth, smallmouth, gets them all.
He ain't quite as big as the 8.4 I caught on it, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
That's right, that's right. He's a nice fish.
Yeah,
He's a nice tight little belly there. Floyd, why don't you really get down and tell the people a whole lot of information about your yellow jacket here.
Well, we're going to fish something a little bit different right here. In other words, we got a point behind us right here. We're sitting in like about 38, well, right now with 14 foot right here, it drops to 38, 40 foot. And we've mainly been fishing all the rest of the day. Earlier today, we had fished the shallows with little cuts, and the wind had forced us in there, so we had to fish them whether we wanted to or not. So, and that's where we caught quite a few of the other smallmouth. It's cloudy, it's mist and rain, and we caught them on the black body with a chartreuse blade. But we're going to be fishing this, which drops off a little more over behind us here. And this point right over here is going to drop into real deep water real quick. I don't think they can see our depth finder, but see, we started at 12 feet, and now we're at 24, and it's going to drop into about 40. And
that's good. That's a good tip right there. One other thing, Floyd. A lot of people see how we have the yellow jacket, maybe 24 inches off the tip of your rod like that. The reason for that is so you could throw the bait further. If you have it too tight, explain it to the folks.
Have it too tight and bring it back, and most people just don't whip it like this. And if you drop that down another 6-8 inches, and you get a lot more leverage and cast quite a bit further with it. And you do not need a swivel. There's a ball bearing swivel on there, and don't waste your money putting another swivel on there.
Just tie direct right onto the bait.
Tie it directly on there.
And it just works great. Let's try this little area here, Floyd, see what we could do.
Or to catch one off of this.
Is there any other thing before we start fishing again to tell the people about the retrieve, or when it hits the water, you look for a bow in the line, make sure you're on the bottom. Can you give them some of the information on that?
Like we was fishing this point here, you cast across it. I generally pull it 3 or 4 foot, and to get the blade moving, and I'll just let it settle to the bottom, pick it up, and work it till it gets to about probably 10 foot of water. Then I'm going to retrieve the bait back very slow, because most of the fish we're catching is 10 foot or less. So why fish the unproductive water? So when I throw it right against the bank, I pull it 3 or 4 feet so it don't hang up as soon as it hit the water. If it's aggressive fish there, you grab it. If you don't, let it sink to the bottom. And just kind of slow retrieve, maybe stop, little pause, and start it again. Don't just throw it out there and go 90 mile an hour.
Another thing I noticed, Floyd, fishing with you a lot, throwing the yellow jacket, is your right hand. So you never mention that to anybody.
Well, it's unconsciously.
What Floyd does, I've noticed, he don't even know he's doing it. When he's reeling in his yellow jacket, real nice and slow, he has his right hand, a little movement on the right hand to make the bait go a little more erratic. And I've noticed, I've tried that, and I've caught more fish with the yellow jacket. So let's...
Just something I've picked up, and I do that with a crankbait too.
I noticed that too, buddy. You don't get it by me. Let me touch your hat, and we'll get some good luck here. Hopefully.
Okay.
Catch a few fish.
John, what we've got here, like I said, is a steep drop-off, and it's fairly shallow here. What I'll do is make a cast up in the shallow water first, work it a little bit, pull it out, let it fall down a little bit like that. And just work the shallow part first. If I don't get bit, then what I do, then I'll just start working out where the water's a little deeper, and work it out to about 10 or 12 feet, because that's about 12 feet's about the maximum that we fished today. And really, we've caught everything. Like right now, we're 6 to 8 foot, and we've caught everything, John, within 6 to 10 foot of water.
That seems to be the range where we're catching them.
So now there's a lot of fish out there. There's a lot of fish out there at 25 to 35 foot, but those are sure not as easy to catch.
There you go.
Hold on, just take them easy.
Let me set the drag.
I don't know how big he is. Remember before we thought we had a little one, we had a good one.
Oh, he feels good, Floyd. Look at him, look at the pull.
Staying under.
Come on, come on.
You know, that might be a largemouth. He's staying down. Oh,
here he is, here he is.
Hold on a second.
Yeah? Whoa. All right.
There you go, John. All right. Just hold on to him.
I got him.
He just barely, he didn't have him.
Oh, he didn't have too good.
Barely had that
too
fish.
Good.
That fish didn't even, he wouldn't even jump. That's like a largemouth did on us.
Let's see if I can get this undone. Floyd, you want to unhook that baby off for me? He really ate that baby. It looked like I just had him hooked. Whoa. He wasn't hooked too good.
You're just pulling the wrong way.
All right. Another little patchy smallmouth. Let's put that bad boy in. I was doing just what you told me there, and all of a sudden, bang, he picked it up. Get back in here. Watch this fish, folks. He's going to get back in that water. Go. There he goes. Another smallie. Woo! Okay. You're right. The silver and the gold blade. I mean, the silver blade with the yellow body and red. So Floyd, on the speed, like that time, I was really just about to feel the blades moving. You have any advice for anybody how fast to crank these yellow jackets?
The main thing is this time of year, and just don't crank it that hard. Just like that. Now the boat's going with me, so I'm going to crank it a little faster on this right here because I'm pulling this way and the boat's going that way, so I got to crank it a little faster to make it move. And what a person needs to do is realize the pressure that he has on the rod. Realize the pressure that he has on that rod, and try to, when he catches that fish, and try to duplicate that same pressure all the time, whether the boat's going with it or from it. You're going from it.
Come around and tell people that.
And then just hold it, you know. And just hold it if you're going from it, just hold it. Just hold it and let it drift for you, and you keep the same pressure. If the boat happens to be going towards the lure, then you may have to crank a little faster to take up the slack, but keep about the same pressure on that rod at all times. John, I'm gonna try right across this little sandy area right here too. Let that sink down a little bit. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hold on, John.
What you got, buddy?
I don't know, but he's shaking his head.
Let me get out of the way. Let me get out of the way.
Comes.
Let me get out of the way.
Okay.
Holy smokes, let me get the net. I'll get the net. Hold on.
Get the net.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
He's sure shaking.
It's a good fish. Boy. Whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, look at that.
There's a mouth on that thing.
He was coming right towards you, too. Yeah, I didn't think it was such a big fish. Here he is.
Hold it, John. Don't make a stab at him.
All right. I want you to control him and get him near if you can't control him.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him.
He was right in there against that shallow water. Watch him shake that head.
Watch out. Whoa, easy.
Look at it. Hold it.
Come
I can't grab it because I only got 6 pound test line.
I'm not going to hit him with the net either. I've seen that happen before. Oh, here he is. He's getting tired now. No, he's still got a little. Bring him in.
Hold on. Just take your time.
All right.
Telling you to take your time.
I'll just wait here till you get him up.
Come out of that trolling motor.
Yeah, get up here.
Come out of that trolling motor.
Here he is. Come on,
right.
Hold his head up. We got him.
All right.
Oh, Floyd, nice fish. Nice fish.
I got him.
Well, you're doing good today, buddy. Quality fish.
How about that?
Look at that bad boy.
Well,
I say it's about 3.5.
Yeah, it goes 3, and I don't think it goes 3.5. Between 3 and 3 1/4.
I'd take him any time in the tournament, or just fun fishing, or just
Where
fishing.
was he an all-star?
Hey, he'll be there one of these days. Yep. You know, he'll be there one of these days. Look at that beautiful fish.
Look at the spots on that thing. I love it.
That's a beauty.
Well,
we're in the catch and release, folks, so we're going to let that bad boy go. Let's see him swim away. There he goes.
Away you go.
Floyd, you're amazing, buddy. This guy's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Look.
Whoa, your line broke too.
Well, he's right in the corner of his mouth. Look at him. Man.
I don't think our mics are on, but we'll give it a shot here. Whoa, that's a smallmouth, folks.
See there, John, that was hooked right into that bone.
Uh-huh.
Right here. Look at it. He kind of had even pointed my hook bit right there.
Right across the point, huh, Floyd? We threw across that point back there.
Bumping them rocks along, and all of a sudden I just like that, and then he just started swimming with it. Was no hard hit, just barely, just slow rolling it, real slow.
Nice fish. Let me get a net here, buddy.
I finally got a smallmouth. That fish was deep too.
Oh, he's a nice one.
Get away from the trolling motor, yeah.
He's a nice one.
Yep.
He's a nice one.
Yeah,
look at him.
He's a nice one.
Oh,
you don't want to come to the boat,
yeah, he don't want to come here. Man, look at him. Nice fish.
Look how clear this water is. I didn't really realize this water was that clear. Come on right here.
Fish, Floyd.
Now that fish was about 25 to 30 foot deep. I'm gonna bring him back around one more time.
Yeah.
I
don't wanna...
Yep. Yeah, we can get him.
All right, nice fish, Floyd. All right.
Nice one for a change.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be your time.
My turn, huh?
Boy, we don't have to worry about him if they all hit like that.
Yeah, he just boom, I saw. All of a sudden you're going along and whack.
Yeah. Look at the spots on it. Look at them show up on there. Look
That's
at the
a beautiful
spots on
fish, Floyd. Beautiful fish. Got one, Floyd?
I
all
got
right,
a little
buddy.
one there. Oh man, look at that thing, John.
Let me get the net here.
He's in deep water. I couldn't tell what he was. I threw out there in about 30, 40, 50 foot of water. I don't know for sure what he is. He's staying down, so it must not be.
Staying down. Come on, fishy. What the heck is it?
I don't know, Joe. It's as good a fish as we had on, you know.
Here he is.
Oh,
Small,
yeah,
nice
look
one.
at that.
Nice smallmouth.
I ain't gonna crowd him because I
Don't crowd
barely
him.
got
Don't
him
crowd him,
hooked,
Floyd.
John. I just barely got him hooked.
Yoo-hoo! Floyd.
I sure like those little old limber rods.
Look at him.
There he is.
Here he is. Here he is. Come on.
Man, he's out of that deep water. Let's ease him over in that. I just barely got him. Come here,
Knock
fish.
him off. I'll try not to. Anyway. Oh, yoo-hoo! Nice fish, Floyd.
I had him better than I thought I did.
Nice fish, buddy.
Well, I tell you
Beautiful
what.
smallmouth.
You know what? Look at the spots on that thing. Feel how cold that fish is. That fish is.
Oh yeah, he come. Oh, the water's real cold. What's the temperature been?
Temperature is 57 degrees.
Ooh, cooling down here.
It is
Beautiful
definitely
fish.
cooling down, and
Beautiful
get that
fish.
very, very long.
One of those beautiful patchy leg smallies
Yeah.
that know you real well. They know
Makes-
Floyd personally.
And like I said, I had him nicknamed. Got him on that black and gold again. Look at the spots on that fish.
That's a beautiful fish, Floyd.
Yeah.
Let's put that boy back in the water real quick here so it don't, over here where the camera can see it.
Right over here.
Nice and easy.
And we might even get to see him swim away. Let's see if I can get him out there. Need something to kill a few of them shad off and get them on a feeding frenzy. They start floating to the bottom. You can spoon them. Yellow jackets, wiggle sticks, you name it, and you can generally catch them on it.
That's a real good tip. So as soon as a fish.
You got a fish, John.
Yeah.
You caught him way out in the open. I'm
sure
gonna wait
did.
a minute, because I'm gonna call. Just keep going. You got a nice fish there. I'll just let mine settle. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
There he is.
There you go. That fish was way.
I think you're on the wrong side,
Yeah.
Floyd. Get back
I
on
got
this
you.
side. Okay.
I'm just gonna get mine in out of the way, and I'm gonna
Okay.
get the net. That's
All
a
right.
good fish. Hold on a minute.
Oh, baby.
I'm gonna pull him back to pull you.
Here he comes. He's coming right back towards the camera guy. Where is that fish? There he comes.
The boat's gonna swing around.
Ooh, I don't want to lose him.
Don't listen too tight. Yeah, let's see if I can slow the boat down. Who's got who, John?
I know.
Who's got who?
There he goes. He's going
Trying
away
to
on
slow
me.
the boat down.
All right.
I
Oh,
don't want
man.
you to fall out of it.
Look at him go, Floyd.
Yeah, smallmouth or largemouth?
I don't know what the heck it
I
is.
just seen him break water, so he's probably a smallmouth. I think you got your drag too loose this time.
I know, I
Don't
just-
tighten it too tight.
He's a big fish.
He got his head down like a largemouth. That wind keep blowing us, like I said. So we had to do start talking about the weather.
That's
John.
it. Here he's coming up. He's coming up. There he is.
Coming up,
baby.
no, bring him back. He can't go very far because we right against the shore.
I know.
That fish was out like he's suspended.
Here he comes, baby. Oh. Here he comes. Oh, nice fish.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's kind of we've been looking for today, John.
Oh.
Bring him back this way.
There he is, Davey. You got him?
I'm gonna net him before you lose him, John.
I'll take him.
He's all
Good fish.
red and yellow.
Good fish on the red and yellow. Oh, he's look at that.
Yeah, but see, if you look at that, how easy that comes out. But if you didn't have lighter tackle, you lost that fish.
Beautiful fish.
So you'd put a lot more pressure on him.
Beautiful
Came
fish. Give us a full. I might kiss this one. It's so nice.
You got more nerve than I got, John.
I'll do fast. Beautiful fish. Let's put them on back in here. We were just talking about the weather. What do you say, about a 3-pounder, Floyd? He's
Yeah,
a healthy,
that's a nice
hunky
fish,
little boy. All right, here he
You're
goes.
not
He's
going to
going
mind
back.
him, John, until he gets 4 pounds.
Folks, this is certainly a big thrill for us to have a living country legend with us, Mr. Porter Wagner. Welcome to the show, Porter.
Thank you.
What
Gosh.
brings you to Arizona, by the way?
Well, I came out here to do some fishing with a good friend of mine, Floyd Preas. He's one of the greatest smallmouth fishermen in the world, not only in the States, but any place I've ever been. He's one of the greatest, and I wanted to fish some with him. So I came out to Arizona and to do some smallmouth fishing. And I have been so impressed with the beautiful, beautiful scenery out here.
Isn't this lake beautiful?
Listen, Floyd has taken me to some places, and we caught some smallmouth that is just breathtaking. I mean, just unbelievable. I have shot 6 rolls of film since I've been here on my camera, just of beautiful scenery. So, and I'm really interested in smallmouth fishing. I've been doing it for about, a little over 25 years now. Started when I was 3 years old.
A couple of weeks. I don't know. Wait a second, buddy. That don't add up.
But, you know, the fishing with the good old boys, I know it's seen in Arizona, but we don't get the show back home. I wish we did. But it's a pleasure to be on the show with Floyd because I admire his fishing ability a lot. And he is one of the funniest guys. I've laughed more at that dude. And more great stories.
More jokes than
I found out in Tennessee, there's a lot of great storytellers. This guy here is one of the greatest I've ever been with in my life. He's just, and it's really been a big thrill for me to be here. And they're going to have a big smallmouth, what is the big club that they're going to form here? Floyd was telling me about here in Arizona. And I really think that's a wonderful thing. I hope a lot of people will join that for smallmouth fishing because there's nothing like catching smallmouth bass.
To me, it's the greatest. Did you try Floyd's new lure, the Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, that's what we caught a fish on. That's it. Listen, I stole every one that was in the boat.
That's what I heard.
Take home with us.
You're taking a couple of dozen back there with you at least. That's
a wonderful lure. And of course, him fishing smallmouth so long, he's designed a great one, boy. It's a jewel.
That's right. It's fantastic.
While you guys are talking, I want to interrupt you a little bit. We will be starting that club, and they can get a hold of me at Nevitt's or at my house. And we are going to start the smallmouth club, and they're having a meeting or what of all the smallmouth clubs in the country, Venezuela and all of them, you know, from the country. They'll all be there. And when is August?
In August, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th in Nashville, Tennessee. And there'll be people there from all over the world talking about smallmouth bass fishing. Floyd's going to come back, I think, and spend a few days with me then. Or at least hopefully he can.
I'm going to try myself to get out there.
I hope you can.
Boys to come
That's why I'm wearing this hat in honor of you today, partner.
I'm going to show you.
Here's one of the most important things about fishing. You know, Floyd has caught a lot of big smallmouth. He has released a lot of big smallmouth. These are just, and I'm going to want to release this one here. Maybe we'll get the camera to follow me over here, and I'm going to let him watch him.
Off the front if you could there,
but,
boy, so the camera
get him
can
to watch him swim off because catch and release today
That's a beautiful
is
fish,
one of the most important things in fishing. Wow.
There he goes.
Big old bronze dude. Now that fish will live to be caught again, and somebody else can have a lot of fun with him. Floyd and I had a lot of fun with these. We were fishing light tackle, fishing 6-pound test line. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
That's
big old bronze. You're a darling, I tell you. They're just so much fun to catch. You know, there's
Add one more to that.
There's all right, it's great. There's nothing like these brown fish. They just they put on an aerial show for you whenever. Oh, buddy!
He was really going that one. He was in a hurry to get back.
That's one of the most important things to smallmouth fishermen is to release a lot of them, and especially the big females, because they'll lay a lot of eggs, and it'll keep smallmouth fishing healthy and where it's enjoyable.
Definitely.
I flew almost 2,000 miles to be here to fish with Floyd. It's well worth it when you catch these browns. Hey, how'd this here get in there? You slipped in a little largemouth here. They're wonderful too. I love largemouth. I love to catch them and release them. But the only difference in them and the smallmouth is they just ain't quite as wild. They don't put on the aerial show like the smallmouth.
Nothing
do.
like a smallmouth. You catch a largemouth the same size as a smallmouth, no comparison.
No, there's really not, huh?
So you brought some of the Nashville cats with you today?
Yes, I did. I brought my guitar player, one of the greatest guitar players and singers in the country, LD Money, came out and to do some fishing. Let me release this other little brown jewel there.
It's a little different show, folks. We're releasing rather than catching.
Well, I think people know you have to catch them before you can release them.
That's right.
And we had just a big time, and this is just something we wanted to remind everybody how important it is to release the smallmouth. It helps them to grow and be big. And you get to catch them again someday and catch one that you can be big enough you can have mounted, put on your wall forever and ever.
Speaking of which, how many fish you have on your wall?
I have 45 bass I've caught over 5 pounds. Ooh. And I quit mountain fish several years back because this was back in the early days, a little over 20 years ago when I had these fish mounted. And because they were the first ones I caught, it was so important to me to have those to show to my friends, you know, and everybody. So, but I can really recommend releasing them now. I'm going looking for a 7-pounder though.
Then you put them on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Where are you getting all these fish out of your pocket?
He's in the back of the boat while we're talking. He's pulling them out.
Oh, a little bronze dude now.
Boy, it catches one a minute.
Yeah. Listen, he's a dandy guy. LD and I, Tony Bean from Nashville, Conrad Jones, Darwin Guard, we have never had more fun in our life than we have being here with this guy. And he's, as I mentioned earlier, he's a great storyteller. I wish we could tell some of them on the air, but they're a little bit too, you know.
You gotta watch that now.
Can't tell none of those X-rated ones.
I know it. He is a jewel, man. What a guy.
But do you know the definition of a fisherman?
Hey, is this one of these we may have to bleep?
No, I can tell this one. That's a big jerk on one end of the line waiting for a little jerk on the other.
Oh, man, it's been a lot of fun being here with you. Thank you
Porter, thank you so much for coming on with us.
I've had a great time. I really have. And man, what can you say about this kind of scenery?
Isn't this beautiful?
It's inexplainable.
Arizona.
You know?
Arizona.
That's Apache Lake.
That's Apache Lake,
That's
definitely.
it. You know, when we started out the first morning we fished, Floyd said, look at these mountains. He said, God must have knew what he was doing when he made these.
That's
he
right.
really did.
And then he put the smallmouth in the lake here for us,
betcha.
so we're happening like a big dog.
Terrific.
And next January, right here. Now, I'm not going to take my hat off because we'll find the camera. So.
You better not invite me now if you don't want me to come, because I'll be out here.
I'm going to be looking forward to it.
It's been a pleasure being here. Man, I enjoyed it a lot.
Fantastic.
And the sun hitting my hair, it looks like it's gray. Of course it ain't, you know, but
well, see, I don't want to raise it very high to see what people have, you know, blind and run the camera. So.
been a lot.
Get Floyd's hat. Watch that hat there. Hey, folks, you stay put. We'll be right back with a lot more to come. Thanks, Porter, for joining us. Me and Floyd will be right back. Stay put. Let's get Floyd's hat quick before it sinks.
Uh-oh. Oop, spit it out. See if he comes back and gets it. Yeah, he did.
You did? All right, Floyd.
Whoop, see him?
Yep. You got partner. All right, Mr. Floyd. I got to call you Mr. today.
That trolling motor.
Whoa. I'm going to tell you like you tell me. Get that rod out of the water.
I am getting it up. I don't even know how big that one is. You know?
Woo-hoo! Smallmouth fishing in Colorado, folks. Come on.
Careful now, don't get that hook in you.
Yeah.
Because he's about run into the boat fish.
Come on, fish.
That is unreal.
Come over here.
Those things are just.
Come on. Come on. Oh, thought I had you. I thought I had. I got you. Nice one, Floyd.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, when you catch them, anytime you can catch fish, they're all nice.
They're all beautiful fish.
Now,
I tell you.
What we're using is a number one Gamakatsu, not that crooked one, the straight number one.
Not that crooked one.
And
let me throw over your shoulder while you're doing that.
We got an 1/8-ounce slip sinker. And that fish is picking it up and just shaking it like he's trying to kill it. And they are eating it, as you can see.
Oh, boy, they are.
We're throwing up there in about 3 foot of water. That little drop just drops off. And when it does, they've been a-nailing it. We'll let him go swimming.
Let me get out of your way, partner. Let me out of your way. Way to go.
Up.
Oh, boy. Son.
Oh, man, look at
Got
that.
a nice fish. Let me out of the way. Way to go, partner. Oh, man. Look at it.
He's fighting a lot more than them others do.
Oh, he's a fighter.
Yep.
Way to go, Floyd, buddy.
You don't like that hook in him.
Mr. Smallmouth.
You don't like that hook in him.
I tell you, this is the ticket, folks. Bass fishing in Colorado. We don't have a net with us, so we're having a good time here.
Yeah. I'll let you net him. Or get him. What's that line? Because it's really thin.
You got him, Floyd. Another nice one.
Yep.
All right, okay. Look at the bellies on them, Floyd.
Yeah, I think they move. That's got to be, that thing has to be full eggs. Look at there.
Yeah.
Either that or they feeding better than you now.
I
don't know about me. But
Wait a second. What?
I got.
Shouldn't have cast
I don't
that.
know. I ain't seen it.
Let me get the heck out of your way. Oh, let me get out of the way.
It
It
seen
looks like
it.
a decent fish, too. Let me get out of the way.
I got that. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Nice one. Nice. Was a largemouth. Largemouth.
Yeah, it's a largemouth.
Get this out of the way. I better get the Z-net.
Nah.
Huh? You don't think so, huh?
That's a nice fish,
That's a
John.
nice fish, buddy. Okay, you gonna just swing him? Haul him on up. Uh-oh, look what Floyd caught him on.
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
Yep.
4-inch
Old
purple
Faithful.
firetail.
Yeah.
It's a nice bass.
Yep. Then a good
Quality
hefty-
fish we're catching. Nothing
Good hefty
gigantic, but
fish.
nice fish. That's what I like about Apache Lake. Good quality
Yeah.
fish here. all the
Either
time.
they're about 6 or 8 inches long, or they're about 2 pounds or better.
Good
And while
stuff.
you was watching me and your plug was out there,
Yeah, I
there was
know.
one jumping at
I
it.
know,
Yeah.
he jumped at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Let him go swimming again.
Put him back in. So show the folks what you're doing.
What we're doing, we're just fishing this little 4-inch purple firetail, just a little 3/16 ounce jig head, and throwing it on the little rock piles on the edge of the bluffs, and just letting it gradually float down. And with that little old curly tail, it does the action itself. You just kind of got to throw it out there and let it sink down the wall. Take your time with it.
What you got there, Floyd?
I don't know. I got him on one of them little power grabs.
Do ya?
Oh man.
Oh, baby. Oh, Floyd.
Maybe we get. What is it? I ain't seen him then, but I couldn't tell what he was.
Swing the boat.
It's largemouth.
Largemouth, there he is.
Yeah.
Keep the boat to the left if you possibly could, so there's something. You got enough to do there, buddy. Good fish, good fish. Look at him work you over, buddy.
I just got 6-pound test. Caught him off a little old rock out there. Anybody can run.
Look at him, look at him.
Yeah.
Nice fish.
Anybody can run a boat that loud and enjoy that thing. I think they got a problem, as far as I'm concerned.
Nice fish, Floyd. You need a net? We got some light test there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't lift him in.
Yes, yes. There you go, bud.
Had to fight him down deep.
Floyd Preas. What a guy.
John. Yeah, just barely had him.
Just had him.
Little 16th ounce head and a power grub. Let me
Nice
show you
fish.
something. See the hole?
Uh-huh.
Somebody turned him loose before.
Well, that's good then. See
If I
that?
hadn't turned him loose, I wouldn't have got the call.
You wouldn't have caught him.
That's
See
right.
that? That's catch and release for you, folks.
Yeah.
Somebody else released that fish. Now Floyd's going to do the same thing.
And right now
Nice
it
fish.
is over 100 degrees up here now, and it is
I know.
11:20,
I
and
know, it's getting warm.
this fat boy is sweating, but having a good time.
Another decent little guy there. He's good. Good fish. Same thing. Just whoa.
And I picked the power worm up, gonna throw it in that bush, and then you catch the darn fish.
Well, you wanted to throw in there. I said, here, let me just throw in there real quick, Floyd, while you were getting set. And...
All right, I'm gonna walk back here and throw it in there, just for the heck of it.
All right, see what you get back there, Floyd. That's that bush you wanted to work on, huh? So we got the camo on, Floyd?
We got the camo on.
I was asking Floyd the other day, what's the bite? What color worm? He says, camo. Is there any other color? That is a great bait. The old camo. Well, you got the curl tail?
Yeah.
I'll just throw a little Rico in there while you're doing that. Keep these fish honest.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, you know, we just got a couple of small fish on the camo, and all the big fishes all came on
Surface, yeah,
came
on
on the
reaction.
surface. And those fish are coming out of 3 foot of water, folks. I mean, it's like they're right on the bank trying to spawn. Uh-oh.
Got him?
I got him.
All right, Floyd, my man. We're talking high noon here. Good fishing. You said you'd get one in there, huh, Floyd? You need help?
No, I got him. I think. Well, when you first hook these, you don't know who's got who.
I know. That's what's great about bass fishing. All right, Floyd. Whoa, look at it take you under there.
That's an unreal, John.
Listen to him humming out there. Drag for you. Oh, baby. The weather's hot and so is the fishing, folks. Here at Canyon Lake, right outside of Apache Junction. Oh, another nice one.
Look at the size of them fish that's in this lake, John.
Look at that bad boy.
Man.
What are you gonna do, folks? Just have a good time. Look at him, Floyd. Look at him. Hey, bring him up to Mikey right back there, Floyd. You can take a look at him for
I'm
you.
gonna get him right here and lip him.
Good job, Floyd. Let me go in the back there. And he goes right in the back. I missed one back there. Look up, Floyd. I love it. There's another good fish. It's another 2.5, 3. You know, he's a good fish.
I'm not kidding you, guys. These fish up here are unreal.
There he is.
Hang in there, John. Whoop. You just had him. I bet you didn't retie. I told you he'd take that grub, John.
Floyd.
And he did. Boy, look at him. Shake that head.
Nice fish. Whoa! He jumped about a foot out of the air, out of the water. I mean,
he just couldn't stand it no
couldn't stand
longer.
That, baby. We knew they wanted to feed. They just wouldn't come up on this top water. Nice fish, Floyd. While you're doing that, I'm going to just throw this out there just in case.
Keep their attention. Man, these fish are strong.
Yeah, and they're strong. Look at them.
I'm telling you, they are strong.
Let me get out of the way.
I'll get him here in a minute. He wants under the boat now. He wants protection.
Let me get us back this way to keep the sun, the camera action here. Look at that. Nice fish, Floyd.
Yep, that's a good fish.
Yeah, Floyd had his Zaris puppy there going across and we could see the fish coming up.
Yeah, I figured, look how fat he is. Look, he's got something in his belly. Look at there. I mean, he is full.
Yeah, Floyd.
Put him back in there.
Show the people what you caught it on. One more time, please.
Yeah, I caught it on a power grub. Good old power grub.
Let's take a look at it.
Right there. I put a kind of a one with a white tail on, kind of a pumpkin with white, and then I went one I'd call it kind of a root beer with a chartreuse, with a little clear. The water's pretty clear, so I like something not quite as much contrast in there as the white is, because you put that white in there and it really shows up. So with the clear water, Floyd. They like that grub.
They love that grub. We're back and Floyd's back on. That's a nice fish, Floyd. Whoa, look at him go. Let me put this top water out of the way here. Where you go? You need a net on him or what?
No, I can get him, I think, John.
Floyd.
Look at that fish underneath him.
Man, he's a good fish.
Yeah, look at that other one with him. If you had a bait down there, you could catch
a bait. I'm going to come right on with it, see if I could help him out here.
He's right underneath him.
Nice fish.
Man, he don't want to come up.
Fish. That's a real good one, Floyd.
Come back here, fish. Come on.
A real good fish.
Get us
out of that sun there.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do is...
all right. Swing us to the left. Swing us to the left. That'll work. I'll get out of your way there. I was trying to get that other fish there. He's giving you all you can handle, partner.
Well, I thought I had him, then all of a sudden...
Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, he's a good one. Let me get the net.
Okay.
Okay, Floyd didn't fight me.
I got this 6-pound test line and that little old tiny hook on there.
That's a real sweet fish.
Come here, fishy. There you go.
Oh, Floyd, my man.
Love them Lake Powell smallmouth. Look at that. That's unreal.
Beauty. That's good.
Well, they were hitting that bait and they were slapping at it pretty good. And I figured, well, with a little small, of course, you know me, I like those small baits, and boy, did he chew that thing up.
Man, he hit that baby nice. Good
That's a nice fish, John.
That's a real nice fish.
Look at that.
Yeah, nice. Let's gently put it back in and watch him swim. That looks like a
swim away.
Boom, gone. Floyd, buddy. All right.
I'll tell you what.
One more time. Show them what you're using there.
Well, I'm going to. You're right, John. I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to have to change bait. Look how he chewed that up. You know, that power bait, I don't know what it is, but they sure hold on to it. And I was a little reluctant to try it. Yeah, it's like all the rest of them, but wrong.
Well, wrong, right. Everybody's talking about these power worms and grubs and stuff, and they are super.
If people don't understand what we're talking about or know what we're talking about, it is, I don't know what they all got ground up in it, but it is, it's Berkeley, made by Berkeley, and
great bait.
It's a great bait. It's taking the world by storm, I'll tell you.
That's right.
Let's get another one on there and go catch one.
It's the bait of the 90s, power bait. Yeah, give me one of them setups, dude.
Okay, I'll do it. We're fishing this nearly like you split shot. And just kind of letting it fall, pulling a little bit. The grub will work itself. I mean, when it falls, that little tail is doing about 90 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, this lake can spoil you real quick.
Well, he's a good fish, Floyd.
Yeah.
I thought you said a little one.
Well, you know. Look at them red eyes. And
Well, watch out again.
I'll tell you what.
Move the boat around here. So
I'll let you. You know, John, I believe them fish have spawned already. They sure look like
yeah, they look it.
Yep.
What are you throwing there, that reaper?
Yeah.
Why don't you show the folks what you're doing with that baby?
Okay, let me get her hooked back on there. Bite a little bit of it all.
That's important. You got to bite a little off, huh, Floyd?
Mm-hmm. And spit it out because it don't taste good.
You don't have to taste it too good, eh?
It's been real good. We did a show at Apache.
Yeah, I'm dying to see that one with Fish in the West
Fish in
program
the
that's
West,
on
and
just before the good old boys.
We caught about 35 fish the first day, and we caught, I bet you, 60 the second day.
So that's
You
it.
can see that. All it is just looked like a beaver tail nearly. Just a flat tail. I broke it off a little bit. It's got a little more head on it now. And just throw it out. It's a do nothing bait, really. You just kind of throw it out there and then
See how you doing?
and let it sink to the bottom. I'm using a slip sinker. You can split shot it. Works real good split shotting. Holy cow, John!
Oh man, Floyd,
He's-
my man.
It's coming up.
Oh, look at the size of that. Woohoo! Look at him. Oh, baby.
That's a good one,
Way to
John.
go, Floyd. That's a good fish, buddy.
Right out in the middle of nowhere.
Good fish. Oh, baby, good one.
She is
I
so
don't know
fast.
what to tell you, how we're going to
Don't
get him in there. Don't lift him in. How many pound test you got?
I can get him.
Look at that, folks.
I'm just gonna lay him right down though.
Lay him down on the deck there. I'll swing the boat around so we're in the proper sunlight and you attend to the
Man,
fish. Unbelievable, Floyd.
That's
Way
a
to
good
go,
fish.
buddy.
you know what though? I don't believe that. He could have been that size.
Man, that was excellent. He chased the bait.
I
We
had
both
him on.
saw him.
I had him on.
Oh, you had him on for a minute?
Then he came off. Look that out here in the middle of nowhere, right out in the middle of the bay.
Beautiful, huh?
Gotta let him go.
All right, put him
That
in
one
the
now.
Ah, give him the old kiss. Wait till Carol catches you. What you been doing, Floyd? Oh, kissing a few bass. Nice fish, buddy. All right, what is he using? The same?
I switched colors. All the way down went to the brown, kind of a. I don't know what color what color would
I
you call
it
it?
pumpkin seed soda.
Pumpkin pepper.
Yeah, pumpkin pepper. That sounds
Boy,
good.
he tore the heck out of it. I'm gonna
Didn't
get
he now?
one more cast.
All right, let's see if we get us back near where the fish were here. The wind blew us away. Excellent, Floyd. That fish was unbelievable.
That fish ate it. I pulled him for about 2 or 3 foot. He came off. He came right up. He was hunting it like that. So I didn't even reel it in. I
That's
just
what
dropped
I said, drop it back down.
it. Went straight down there.
All of a sudden he came right
And he
back
picked
and
it up.
nailed it.
He picked it up and ate it and wouldn't even swim with it.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, let me get you put it
Smelly
back on the
jelly.
trolling motor.
Yeah.
You had smelly jelly on it and that old
Yep.
reaper. I don't know what the heck you even call that sucker.
I call them leeches.
All right. I call them good baits myself.
I could take that again.
Excellent, Floyd.
These fish up here just is unreal. And they're healthy. They're not skinny.
Yeah. They're looking terrific. All right, what a job. Good job, buddy.
That made the whole trip worthwhile for
You
me.
got it.